Oh no. I don't think he wants to.
Yeah.
You good, bro. Stop crying, bro. You too tough for that now. Well, I'm not gonna lie. You're not too tough to cry. It's okay to let her out. But you good, bro. You hurt?
You saved me, Sophie. Like, I'm not even joking. You saved me.
I love you, dog.
You saved me.
Crazy shit. You never think about what Saeed's thinking too, though. Like, who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy.
You ain't see Saeed today?
No, I was looking for him. I was looking everywhere for him.
I need y'all to patch that up.
I think he came out.
No, he was here. But I didn't see him at all. I saw him one time and he disappeared.
No, the moment I came with Riot, he wasn't here.
But she always on them.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Saeed. Come here. I got you. Saeed, come here.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
23.
No.
He's consensual.
No, he's not consenting.
Yes, he
He's
is.
not even saying nothing.
He likes it. Yeah,
He's not-
give.
Oh no. I don't think he wants to.
Yeah, stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Hold on. Hold on. Sit down.
Yo.
Sit down. Sit down.
You remind me of that one. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to hold you. I find this shocking. I really do find it shocking that they went this far to the fact that that they banned Zoe Spencer and Nina Lynn. I hope I got the names right. I know who they are, but I really don't watch their content. I think that's for the younger audience. I'm a millennial. I'm an old head millennial. I respect what they do though. Don't get me wrong. I respect what they do, especially because I know they out of the same camp as Castanet. I'm not saying they webcam for that, but they do that same type of content that Castanet do. But I've known of Zoe Spencer for a while. Nina Lynn, I know, like, she just started popping because she's an Asian girl with that has a New York slang, and I know I'm not gonna get into her accent or her black accent that a lot of people want to say, because I think that obviously that's naturally her. You grew up in the hood. When you grow up in the hood, you obviously know. Anyway, the band. We're talking about the band here. Yeah, I'm actually surprised because the old head, and I think the reason why I'm surprised is I didn't think, even me, I don't like, even though the kid was crying, like, the old head in me, it's like, would you really call that sexual assault? Yes, he was crying, but would you really call that sexual assault? That what they did? And if you say yes, I'm not going to disagree with you. It's just one of those things where it's just like, I'm not him. So the fact that, like, maybe I wouldn't probably call that sexual assault, but to him that was sexual assault. And if it happens to him, then you have to deem it sexual assault. So therefore we are going to call it sexual assault. And this had me doing a lot of reconciling, because it's one of those things where you feel like, yeah, you might be the problem, and it's because of like how I grew up. Because like I said, if they'd have done that shit to me, I didn't like that shit wouldn't have phased me none. It was just like I would have thought that was kind of funny, or like the fact they doing that. I feel like the only fact they even did that, it was because he was a virgin and some shit like that. Not and like people goof around, but I know a lot of people are going to say if the shoe was on the other foot, and yes, we are all correct. If the shoe was on the other foot, they would be ballistic. People would go ballistic. So I guess so it's a good thing. I'm telling people all the time, I don't want people to be misconstrued. It's a good thing. I don't have no beef with Zoe and Nina, because it's weird seeing women get consequences for some of their actions, because a lot of them, most of these people get slaps on the wrist. But at the same time, Twitch, I think, is being hypocritical, because there was a girl that she was actually having sex on Twitch and people could see it, and I think she only got a day ban or some shit like that. I seen a lot of things on Twitch that a lot of other women have done, maybe done worse than what they was doing, and they get slapped on the wrist. And I guess because of what happened at TwitchCon, a lot of people saying what happened at TwitchCon kind of like influences, but I think also like we also seeing a different era where it's like men are actually, people actually I can speak. I believe we are in an era where people actually care about men and their sexual assault. So that's why it's a good thing to see that, because whereas like most men, when they do get sexually assaulted, no one really bats an eye, or they'll say, you know, you like this shit, little nigga. And that's why I'm like I'm not trying to be that old head to be like, you like this shit, little nigga, because obviously he was actually crying. And I feel like it probably wouldn't even gone that far if he wasn't crying on TV, on Twitch. I'm about to say TV, on Twitch.tv. So again, this is a good. I'd look at this as a good thing, but I also feel like I don't know, like if that was ban worthy, but I think you could also argue that Twitch, like I said, Twitch can be very hypocritical what they do, because I've seen other Twitch streamers get away with shit, but at the same time, Zoe do kind of do too much, and that's the one thing I heard about all the male streamers when they talk about Zoe. It's like she cool, but she do too much, and sometimes when you do too much, shit like this happens. And it's like, I'm pretty sure they're gonna get their shit back, start making money. If not, they can always go to Kick or some shit like that. Maybe they can get their fan base to Kick. But yeah, I've seen Zoe too. I think the last thing I seen where I was like, this is why they say Zoe Spencer do too much, is when she had Queen Naija on her stream, and she picked her up and spun her around, and it was just like, why would you do that? It's like, why would you do all that? And people was just like, yeah, she does too much. So, you know, obviously, if you're gonna keep doing that shit and you're doing too much, is it inevitably going to bite you in the ass? Now, again, yeah, there's other streamers that I feel like they do worse. I know Neon used to be on. I don't know if he's on Twitch no more, but there was other streamers that was doing some racist, real wild bullshit that it took a while for them to even get banned or even looked at. And I was like, they kind of jumped on this quickly. I don't know. It's one, like I said, I guess I'm indifferent, but justice was served. That's how I feel. And I'm fighting my old headness. That old headness is just like, nigga, what you crying for? You had two women on you over there looking like Wayne Smithers from The Simpsons. Just, but that's the toxic part. And I'm just like, I don't want to do that. And plus, like I said, he was crying. And I think a lot of his boys that, you know, comfort him about that did the right thing. It's just like, okay, you see your boy crying, you need to, try to comfort him and some shit like that. So that was a good thing that you see his boy. But I also feel like a lot of people was trying to go at him hard. I don't think you should go at him that hard. But it's just one of those things where it's just like, you teach him the lesson, but you don't have to go at him hard. Maybe I'm being soft. If I'm being soft, let me know. But I don't think you should just jump on him like that. But yes, I do agree. If the shoe was on the other foot, that they would, if they were men, they would have got dragged. They probably would have seen some jail time or something like that. They would have been called predators, creeps, the whole fucking nine. And we understand that. And then, you know, like I said, it's also good because now I feel like a lot of people will maybe take male sexual assault seriously. Like men that get taken advantage of by older women more seriously, because like you hear these stories, and including myself, it's just like some of these stories is like, damn, I wish that was me. But it's really bad, because even like I say this all the time, it's just like every time I see a female teacher mess with a high school student, the female teacher is always attractive. And the back of my head was just like, damn, I wish that shit that happened to my teachers, but let that happen to my child. You're getting the fullest hit in the law. So it's just like, yes, I was just like, it's just, you're part of the problem. You need to, like, even though you said you know, put them through, if that happened to your kid, they're getting locked up, lock them up. But it's just like, I think it's because, like, I'm gonna expose myself. Like, I do like older women. Like, if one of my teachers, and I had some very attractive teachers, if they would have threw me the box, you think I'm going to turn that down? No. It's like, I'm being real. It's just like, but I realize that I am the problem. So, like, again, they did the right thing. It's like what Twitch did was the right thing. But I do think Zoe and Nina is going to get their channels back. So I'm not so worried about that. But sometimes you just got to stop doing so much. And I think it's even hard for them because they're trying to be entertaining. And they're always going to get compared to male entertainers or some shit like that. It's like, it's hard finding their own. Especially, I think Zoe Spencer's talented. I don't know if, like, she could be the next Regina Hall. Like, she could be the next Regina Hall. The Asian girl, Nina Lin, I could see them being on TV doing some shit. If they really want to pursue this career, they could do that. But just don't fuck up your own career doing shit like this, because you see how they acting now. Just know how to maneuver around it. And that's all I really got to say about that. Like I said, in conclusion, Twitch did the right thing. And I like looking at this, realize that like there are still some toxic traits that I gotta let go of. Even though, like, if that happened to like anybody I know, I'm lock them up. But yeah, it's just one of those things. But it's like I said, it's a good thing to see like them doing something about it. And that's all I gotta say about that. Let me know what you guys think. Till then, my name is Oskino Fine. I'm out. Peace.